technology, education, environment and agricultural sciences, arts, health sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
Olisoderike tolingaza wallet bwekuba musango lichizibit bwembanga nkafudde kajanja. I'm sorry. Yeah, what up? My name Ricardo Mto. Yeah, keep watching Ndejje University TV. I'm always tuned in.
This week,
I spray right after the planter because I'm not working my soil. I'm using no-till. So all this stuff which is lying here, sometimes when we plant, there is a new wheat which is already germinated. So I apply a Roundup.
Coming up, members of parliament call for awareness to curb malaria. Muslims across the world celebrate Eid al-Fitr to mark the end of the fasting month Ramadan. Government plans food relief for trapped Ugandans in Sudan. This and more in Live at 8. Welcome, this is Live at 8 with me, Grace NABUKENYA, with the news in details. Members of Parliament are set to hold a malaria walk to create awareness and curb the negative effects of the disease. Anslem Ojaru with more of the story.
Is later, that's number one.
A non-partisan forum for members of parliament to generate visibility and accelerate malaria reduction and progress to elimination on Sunday will lead a walk against malaria disease. The woman representative of Kumi urged colleagues to embrace the campaign.
We want to have a situation where we record 0 cases of malaria. But that is only possible when we all get committed. Since I'm making this presentation on behalf of the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, I remember one day he challenged all of us to be members of this forum. I now want to invite all of us to actually join the forum as we join our efforts to fight malaria.
The Speaker of Parliament informed the House of the importance of the day and the goal to end malaria in the country.
Colleagues, April is a very, very critical month. It's the month where we create awareness against malaria, all of us, and more action, especially the duty we have as legislators from the aspect of appropriation from the aspect of ensuring that indeed the right measures are taken in as far as fighting malaria in the country is concerned. I don't think we have any MP whose constituency is not affected by malaria. And yesterday, remember the shadow minister, when he was talking about the aerial spray, we might not maybe have agreed with the aerial spray and all that, but we need to take action. Malaria is killing people.
According to Honorable Christine, the malaria walk and medical camp will be held on 23rd April 2023, led by the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Tayewa.
I want to officially let you know that the forum, together with the Ministry of Health and other partners, have organized a malaria walk come 23rd of April, which is Sunday. We shall have our patron, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, as the chief worker of the day. Right Honorable Speaker, the forum has gone ahead to mobilize a number of participants for the day. I want to request the honorable members and members of the public to support the forum and actually spare something small to get the kits for the day, so that on that day we are smart. Honorable members, the world commemoration of malaria is going to be in Bugiri district on the 25th of April this month.
According to Christine, who was speaking on behalf of the Deputy Speaker, the day will also involve activities such as blood donation.
Besides the malaria walk, we also have other activities organized for the day. We shall have blood donation on that day. We have actually challenged the coordinator to engage one of the senior, or rather the specialists in blood donation, to be on media giving us the advantages of blood donation. So if you have never donated blood, if you have ever donated blood, please come and save the lives of this country on the 23rd and save lives. Across the country right now, we have challenges of supplies of blood. We shall also have a medical camp on that day, on the 23rd, and a number of tests will be conducted here with the treatment.
Uganda has one of the highest global burden of malaria cases, with over 90% of the population at risk. Malaria remains Uganda's leading cause of death. Anselm Ojaru, live at 8.
Speaker, Mr. Speaker, for
Hundreds of Muslims converge at Old Kampala Mosque to mark the end of the holy month Ramadan and to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. Ronette Masika with more of the story.
Allahu Akbar.
Muslims are seen across the streets and roads are heading for a commercial prayer at Old Kampala Mosque, the most largest mosque in East Africa, at the city center, Old Kampala Hill.
Very nice Kampala, and very good people from Kampala, and very good and happy Eid, everyone.
Muslims are happy to end Ramadan because some of them were saying that it have not been easy for them to fight against temptation, though they have got more time to pray to Allah. Muslims started their holy month Ramadan on 22nd on March, and it ended yesterday, April 2023.
Government plans relief for Ugandans who are stuck in Sudan. These include food, water, and essential necessities. Sarah Chirabo with more of the story.
On 15th April 2023, clashes broke out across Sudan, mainly in the capital city of Khartoum and the Darfur region, between rival factions of the country's military government. As of 21st April, residents flee the Sudan capital as fighting continues. As a result of the war, businesses and movements became restricted as nationals caught up in the fighting, hence food and water becomes very essential for their survival. The Uganda's envoy in Khartoum, Dr. Rashid Semudu, reported on 19th April that they are trying to identify delivery companies which can deliver food to homes because any movement in the town comes at a very high risk. Early this week, on 17th April, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, while in a meeting with the heads of state, said he has been warning his counterpart of Sudan against the political ideology of identity and its outcomes.
I always told the Sudanese about the dangers of ideological and strategic mistakes. We used to discuss with General Bashir the dangers of encouraging the ideology and the politics of identity, of tribes, identity of race, Arabs, Africans, identity of religion, Muslim, Christian. And I used to tell General Bashir that this is very dangerous for that country. Now within the north, you still see some of these problems. So therefore, it is not correct to go on papering over mistakes year after year, decade after decade. And the ordinary people suffer so much on account of the ideological, strategic, and political mistakes of leaders. We must have principled politics. Even when you have to fight, you fight for a principled cause. Don't fight for just opportunistic causes.
Up to 12 national parliaments under their umbrella body, Forum of Parliaments of the member states of the International Conference of the Great Lake region, condemned the escalating violence, which is seriously threatening to stabilize the whole of Sudan. The conflict is between the powerful military leaders who had joined forces to thwart the country's move towards democracy but have since turned into bitter rivals. Both sides have ignored appeals from regional bodies and the wider international community for an immediate ceasefire. Salah Chidabo, live at 8.
The team now, you see, when a team loses a coach, a manager goes away. Many things run into the players' minds. But at the moment, you have been watching KCC play. I think KCC has not yet done, it has not yet had a poor run, although it is 5 games without what? 5 games without a win, and they are chasing the trophy. But I think now the mindset of the players is very important. The psychological part of the players is very, very important. And one I think I saw, only 2 things we need to work on. The psychological and then the fitness. Because that's what I saw from me, what I saw yesterday. You know, a coach is just not a mere coach. In football, you must be a coach, but also an inspirer. You see, when the footballers look at you in the dressing room, there's one thing, the personality is very important in football. It's like you can't coach a national team who have not a big personality. It's not anywhere. You must have that personality, that presence in the dressing room as a manager. That is one thing also, which acts also to the change of the mindset, like you said, of the footballers. Now, the footballers of this great club knows who is Jackson Mayanja. That is one thing. And then the second thing is to really, they always have to put, they want to put very much attention to what that manager is talking about. Not only Jackson, but another manager who is a bit, high profile. It's very, very important. But at the moment, is to see how I try to play on the players' minds, and then they know this is the most important thing. But the most important thing here is now they know. I can't tell them many things. I've come here to see that we win the trophy. That is all. There is nothing much. I can't tell people, you give me time, I want to set up this. The time will be there if we finish the league, these 8 matches. But the moment now, my mindset, my everything I want to talk to these players is to win this cup. Because we have 8 games. If we can't win it, I know, everybody will know. we didn't have enough time to prepare the other tactical things, the physical part of it. But the mindset every player must know is the trophy. I can't talk about SC Villa so much because I don't want to talk about Villa. I will talk about my team. I will respect Villa, Sports Club Villa. I respect it. One of the biggest clubs in Uganda. Like you see, whatever they have in the technical staff or whatever they have in the playing staff, it's not the business. But the business is Villa Sports Club is one of the most respected clubs in Uganda. So even KCC Football Club is the same. Whatever they have in stock, it's nothing to do. This is a derby. This is a derby, and there will always be a derby. Like you see Express, whatever is happening in Express, these are derbies wherever you play these teams. So it's a big game. It's a big day for the fans, a big day for the players, the big day for the technical staff, and even the media themselves. They always come out in big numbers. So it is a do or die. We either win it or anything, but we have to make the movement go on. I've told you my target here is to come on and try to put the team together first, push them up, and then we see how we can win the remaining games. If we cannot do that, I think this is life. I'm not God.
Thank you for joining us. That has been Live at 8 with me, Grace NABUKENYA.